thumbnail. If we could get that to work, which you probably can't. I really just want it to be the thumbnail. So, this is a video where I promised I'd use my Chromebook. Problem is that now, there's not really anything much to do, and I still have to log some stuff on Google Classroom. So, if you didn't know, I'm a 7th grader, and if you don't believe me, so yeah, I have. Do have some stuff to log. So, today we are going to be looking at the interstate highway system and looking at some weird oddities. And we're going to start out with Interstate 59. Yes, what's so peculiar about Interstate 59? Here's a map of it. Doesn't look that peculiar. No siree. If you look at its intersections, it's pretty normal. You have I-10 and I-12 in Sedell, Louisiana, US 49 and US 98 in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. You have US 84 in Laurel, Mississippi. And then I-20 is a big concurrency from Meridian, Mississippi to Birmingham, Alabama. And it's so big that it's one of the few interstate concurrencies. And it's the second longest, behind the one between I-80 and I-90 from New Station, Louisiana, all the way out to Elivia, Ohio. Problem is that since it's so long, you can't actually use mileposts to determine it. Like, for example, between exit 75 and 161 is a concurrency between I-70 and I-76. So you can instantly tell by that point that Interstate 70 and Interstate 76 have a concurrency of 86 miles, which, if you convert it from the ugly imperial system into the glorious metric system, is approximately 138 kilometers. But it's pretty parallel to US 11. So is another highway out there. Interstate 81, which maps looks like this. Now, it seems pretty in line, except for one tiny point here. By the way, I am going to add NY17 there, but see, in Whiteville, Virginia, it has a concurrency with I-77, meaning at one point it's west of I-77. Don't worry about I-83, it's ending I-83. But I-77 ends to So actually, what's interesting to know is that I-74 in North Carolina, I-74 in North Carolina ends literally right at the Virginia border, and soon it will be extended. I don't know, I haven't even checked I-74, but like the entirety of I-77 begins to I-26 in Columbia, South Carolina, which, by the way, we are going to be getting to at some point. But the concurrency up begins at exit 149, and it goes up to, and then it's 171 miles, so 22 miles there. The concurrency ends at exit 130, so that's 150 miles, which I already know is 241 kilometers, don't ask. Speaking of I-26, that's another bit of an oddity, as it goes from Charleston to Bristol, Tennessee, just shy of the Kentucky border. And like, it's interesting, US 11 lost and US 23. But like, for example, at some point it's north of I-40, at some point it's south of I-20. So it's really all over the place. But I-24 isn't that far off from I-64, separated by only around 75-ish kilometers of territory. I-24, what makes it peculiar? I don't know, Andrew. Part of it being maybe that it crosses I-40 in Nashville, Tennessee. By the way, I-59 and I-75 are actually that close. Wikipedia, let's save the day. Interstate highways. Yes, I-94, I-90, which are both a little surprising. I-88, I-80, I-74, I-72, I-70, I-64, which is a little odd. I-57, I-55, oh no, take me back. I-41, I-39. Those are a little surprising because they're both east of I-45, as is I-43. I-39 is pretty old. I-41 is a pretty new highway and exists in Illinois for only 1.4 kilometers. Whoa, what the is that? Is that an I-24 ranking in Illinois? Holy stuff. But you want even more oddities? Look at I-99. Now, I-99 should theoretically be east of I-97, which is a spur east of Baltimore in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. And it's like the only interstate highway, if not one of the very few interstate highways that only exist in one county in the state of Maryland. It's east of I-95, and even though it should be an auxiliary of I-95, it doesn't intersect I-95, only I-695 and I-895 in Brooklyn Park. It also ends the US 50 and US 301 in Maryland. It used to have two auxiliaries, I-197 and I-297, but I-197 became the unsigned I-595 concurrent with US 50 and 301 in Maryland, and I-297 became MD3. And for good reason, because, yeah, but just look. I-99 should be east of I-97. Pennsylvania, New York. Wonder what that Bedford County is doing there. Because Bedford County is here. There's also a pretty big gap of I-99. So the southern section is parallel to US 220, and northern section is actually parallel to US 15. US 220 ends just shy of the border with New York. And it ends to NY 17, funnily enough, but it's still in South Waverly, Pennsylvania. It goes all the way from Rockingham, but it never intersects it. And meanwhile, US 15 does go into New York, and is completely concurrent with I-99, ending to I-86, I-99, NY-17, the Southern Tier Expressway, and NY-342, because that's exit 44B off the Southern Tier Expressway, and that's exit 44A. And if you're wondering, flight UA62 is flying from Houston George Bush International Airport, scheduled to depart at 9:35, and arriving at 10:40 a.m. local time at San Paulo on the 17th. While there is two, actually, I think maybe four. I'm not sure, because right now it's 8:28. Brazil in the summer is only an hour ahead, but daylight savings time, it's 10:20 in Brazil. Yeah, right now it's 2 hours ahead, so 3 hours ahead of Houston. It's still quite the long flight. And that's really it. For once, we're not panicking to get under 15 minutes.